Last, but by no means least, Tarbosaurus bitar from Beasts of the Mesozoic, Tyrannosaur Series Wave 3. Was it worth the wait? Hello, welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we review and discuss all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. How are you guys doing? I'm doing well. You see what we got going on. We're going to get right into it. We have come down to it. The last of Wave 3 of the Tyrannosaur series by Beasts of the Mesozoic. And you see what it is. Tarbosaurus bitar. Looking in there, you see the figure. You see the accessories. And of course, there's the backdrop. And off to our right, you see some beautiful artwork of a Tarbo strutting his stuff. Very beautiful artwork. You see Tyrannosaur series there below, 1/18 scale, Beasts of the Mesozoic, Tarbosaurus there along the side on our left. The front shows Beasts of the Mesozoic dinosaur action figure. Our side, which is real close up, is showing Tarbosaurus bitar, 1/18 scale. And then, of course, we have the rear. Get it kind of sort of centered there. There we go. We've got the rear. You see some toy photography of the figure. Below, we've got all of the figures that we reviewed in this wave, 6 in all. Tarbosaurus makes 7. And we also, of course, have the readout, the info, and it is as follows. Tarbosaurus and Tyrannosaurus rex are considered to be very closely related genera, if not synonymous. This species has been seen as an Asian representative of T-Rex, which would make the genus Tarbosaurus redundant. Although slightly smaller than T-Rex, Tarbosaurus was still one of the largest tyrannosaurines and is notable for having the smallest arms of any large tyrannosaur relative to its body size. Tarbosaurus may have been an active hunter, but likely turned to scavenging to support its diet, since it could have easily used its huge stature to intimidate smaller predators into giving up their kills, a behavior that can still be observed in predators today. Dinosaur stats, the length 10 meters or 33 feet. This says 33 feet, and I'm pausing right there because I believe Tarbosaurus was about 38 feet. I'm going to have to look that up when in between takes here and see if this is a typo. But it is reading 33 feet. I thought for a second it was going to be 38, and I just misread it. But no, it's reading 33 feet right there. Weight 6,400 pounds, so basically 3¼ tons. Location, Nemegt Formation, Mongolia, and China. The time period, 70 million years ago, late Cretaceous. So it was named by Evgeny Maliev in 1955. The features for the figure, 20 inches long, 22 points of articulation, optional fixed pose, standing legs, 3 sets of interchangeable feet, posable wire in end tail segment, detailed base with metal foot pin, some assembly required. To look at that backdrop, you see ferns. So we've got like a forest kind of look there, and there is like a swamp or a marsh. I'll have to lift it up so you can see that part right there at the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Once again, they could be used as backdrops for your posing and scenes and whatever. We also get the card, and you see it's got that same beautiful artwork that we saw on the front of the packaging. On the rear of the card, it has the info that I read off, and in the back of this packaging, we have an instruction sheet that shows how to install the tail via hot water or a hair dryer. We also have, tossing that to the side, a set of articulated legs, as in from the ankles on down. As you can see there, I'll set one down and we'll go through that articulation real quick, even though they're the same as all the others, just so you can see it. There at the ankle, it swivels as well as articulates forward and back. The foot, forward and back, it swivels, and you do have some pivot in there. So we'll set that to the side. Next up, we have the base. And we've seen this base before. It comes with all of the 20-inch sized dinos, theropods, Tyrannosaurs. H-clip, so it's really two bases in one if you want it to be. This is, it's got the peg, obviously, and we've got like a grayish type of rock face this time with a more mossy grass terrain there. So yeah, that's pretty nice as well. And then putting that to the side and coming up, there are our 4 feet, our 2 pair. 2 closed toe, as in lifted off the ground, and 2 stepping or running toes. And now the star of the show, bringing up the rear to our reviews of Wave 3 of the Tyrannosaur series by Beasts of the Mesozoic. We have none other than Tarbosaurus Batar. And looking very nice. The color scheme is looking great. It's been inspired by the inland taipan, and it's looking very nice. Very, very chocolatey. Very chocolatey. I'll go ahead and say yes, indeed. I think that I get Night Hunter vibes from this palette here. What do you guys think? It's a darker, yeah, I mean, there are light browns in there, but it's overall a dark color of brown. And that would make it very, very useful during nighttime hunting for sure. Anyway, I did look up the stats on Tarbosaurus, and it turns out the current listings estimates for its size was 33 feet. I know I read somewhere before that it was like, I want to say, yeah, it was like 38 feet. And they seem to have been re-evaluated. So we're going to go with that. And going with that, this is one of the 20 inchers. So it's still smaller than what a full-size Tarbosaurus would be estimated to be. This at 20 inches at 1/18 scale, the estimates have it representing a 30-foot long animal. And if this is supposed to be the top is supposed to be 33 feet. This is only 3 feet off. Now I understand why Mr. Silva said, told us to just consider it a sub-adult. But at 33 feet versus 30, it could be, yeah, we could consider it a sub-adult, or we can consider it a female, or if you're in the camp that believes that female tyrannosaurs were larger than their male counterparts, this could be the male. So, in other words, what I'm getting at is it's not so far off that, it's a big deal. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So, let's get our Tarbo a little bit closer up so we can see what's going on. We'll be back as I have to adjust things to accommodate his size. Okay, adjustments made. Now we can take a look at our Tarbo here, our Tar baby, and starting with that head sculpt, as always, very lovely. The eyes are like an orange with black pupils. We've got the too close, but it's a little bit blurry, but I think I can get it better. There we go. You see that binocular vision? That's pretty chilling right there. But while we're looking at him straight on, check out the crests and the ridge, the crest there at the top of the snout. It's like a boss. And then, of course, you've got the ridges above the eyes. They're all in a nice brown, a lighter kind of brown. You've got the nostrils there. Face is basically a dark brown. You've got some blushes there. blemishes. You got a nice dry brush so you can see the scalation, which is cool. Jaw articulated, of course. You can get it down about that wide, which is cool. Trying to look in that mouth. You see the nicely rendered teeth there. The tongue, which is also articulated. Looking at the top. This is about the best I've ever gotten, being able to see the top of a Tyrannosaur's mouth. Nice teeth there. And it's got the nice wet look. You see the attached flesh. Pretty nice. I'm going to close the mouth back up. And you see what's going on at the top. Just that dark brown. At the bottom there, we've got the throat. Yellow. Very nice with the wrinkles. Just in case it went out of the picture when I was showing the top. There it is again. I had looked up, and then when I was turning it around to show the throat, there was nothing there. We keep it real here on this channel. And then you see the neck. It's got the wrinkles, and you've got some. It's not orange. It's like it's an orange kind of brown color there as it transitions into that beige that's down there, or tan or cream or whatever. And then we get to the torso, and you see the different colors right there. We'll look at the top. You see how it's really dark, and it looks like it was poured, or at least the milk chocolate part looks like it was poured, and then black was put on top of that as it runs down the sides there. And fortunately, they are somewhat asymmetrical, so that's cool. Then you've got the lighter brown in there with the dry brush there to show the scales. I'm looking at my viewfinder and I can see the scales even from there, so that's really cool. So in 4K it should come out looking nice. And then you've got the forelimbs, a dark brown, and the claws painted black. And then you've got the underside there, and the striping actually connects on the underbelly, which is wild. And then you have the wrinkles there, and that's like a darker, more of a milk chocolate type of brown going on there. The legs, got that brown, that dark brown from the front. There is some difference right there at the bottom, right there when you get past the ankle points of the legs, and then it gets darker again. The scoots right there, and then you've got those nice black claws. Very nice. And here's the crazy thing. Like I was saying about these colors just strike me as, a night hunter style. When you look at the rear, it's all light. So he's not going to be backing up on prey, but he is coming forward. So that's pretty cool. Then you've got the tail, more of that darker color. And then the patchwork of striping. Then when you get to that third section, it just totally solidifies, and it's all that dark chocolate. Very, very nice. And of course, swinging it to the other side, that's what we got going on. Very, very nice. And that is our Tarbosaurus right there. As far as articulation, once again, the mouth, the head can move on its own left and right very well. Up, down, the neck can go very nicely. And then when you combine it with the head, you get some good. Turn it so you can see that. The neck also can go up and down. Torso, left, right, up and down, way down. So it's great. You can pose him like he's feeding or she's feeding. Arms, they do flail out. They do rotate up and down. You've got articulation at the elbow, and it does swivel, and you have articulation at the wrist. So that's cool. The legs, these are the static legs, but you do have articulation, obviously. They're at the top, the thigh, forward and back. They do flail out. You've got articulation at the knee, and they do swivel as well. And we went through the articulation with the articulated legs. Tail, 3 sections. Left, right, up, down, and it will swivel if you wanted to. That's for all the sections. And then, of course, you've got the bendy wire tail. And that is the articulation on our tar baby. Here's a shot of our Tarbosaurus, and I tried to get as close as I could to like what we saw in that backdrop. Got some swamp water down there. First time trying that. So let me know, guys, in the comments below what you think. And we may as well utilize this scene, this pose, to bring in our guy, Robert Muldoon, for the final time with the Tyrannosaur series, showing us how large a Tarbosaurus would be compared to a human being. And unfortunately, we do not have a corresponding ceratopsian to go with Tarbosaurus. Yeah, we did not get any. We didn't get any Chinese ceratopsians, I guess. So Asian, you know what I'm saying. So what we'll do, just so we can have some comparisons to do, we will use some, not all, but some of our Wave 3 Tyrannosaur series. We're going to start off with what we just previously reviewed, Morose Intrepidus. And we're just going up in sizes from the wave. You see what we have here. Next size up, we've got the Electrosaurus. And finally, we have Albertosaurus, who is in the same weight class, the same length as our Tarbo. They're both 20 inches long. They both represent 30-foot long critters, and they look very, very nice together. But then again, whomever I would put for comparison would look great with this line. Beasts of the Mesozoic, definitely all that. And my closing thoughts on the Beasts of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaur Series Wave 3 Tarbosaurus Batar. Well, you see what it is right there. Beautiful, beautiful coloration inspired by the inland taipan, and the browns are I'm just loving the whole look right there for sure. Like I said before, I get Night Hunter vibes looking at this color scheme on this particular dinosaur. As far as the size, having researched, I find that Tarbosaurus wasn't as large as I first thought, and that this figure isn't too far off in terms of scale from what a full-grown Tarbosaurus would have been. This represents a 30-foot long animal. Tarbosaurus is estimated to be about 33 feet long. So once again, you could say it's a subadult, an older subadult on the verge of full-fledged adulthood, or you could say it's a female, or if you're in the camp that believes female tyrannosaurs were larger than males, then this could be a male tyrannosaur. Either way, it's pretty good. I can understand why David Silva did not opt to come up with an entirely new a new body mold just to accommodate Tarbosaurus. So, yep, this is what we get, and I'm happy with it for sure. I'm loving the color, I'm loving this whole wave, I'm loving the whole series, and yeah, this has been great. This is the last figure to review in Wave 3, but we're not done. I'm going to put a bow on the entire Tyrannosaur clan, if you will, and that'll be coming up soon, but we're going to be going in another direction with my next video. You'll see when it uploads what that'll be. You probably have an idea, and yeah, we'll get that done too. Now, what you can get done is, if you like this particular figure, or any of the Tyrannosaur figures in the wave, or any of the Tyrannosaur figures in the series, the ceratopsians, I did showcase some, so you got an idea what they look like. They've got a 1/6 scale raptor line, as well as 1/18 scale raptors. So yeah, you should see their sizes, but in comparison, But they're all there on the website. I will have a link to Beasts of the Mesozoic, the Creative Beast Studio website, in the description below, as well as the link to David Silver's Beasts of the Mesozoic's Instagram. You can get at them either way. And while you're down there, leave comments on what you think about this model, this figure, excuse me, this wave, this series, this line. What do you think about this channel? What do you think about this setup? Or whatever you think about, leave your comments down below. Give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Trying to get some subscribers. Been getting a few lately, and I'm very happy, very grateful. Thank you for those of you that have subscribed recently. Thanks everybody who subscribed, quite frankly. If you want to be notified when I upload another video, hit that bell while you're down there. And yeah, Tarbosaurus Batar, Beast of the Mesozoic, Tyrannosaur Series Wave 3. This is Ruckosaurus Rex, and I thank you guys for rocking with me. Until next time, peace.